Hello everybody, I'm Soumya Murthy. I'll be discussing about role and importance of agriculture in Indian economy, and this video is for the fourth semester student of Bangalore City University. Let's see what exactly we'll come to know about the role and importance of agriculture. So basically this is a video for the second chapter, development of agriculture, and one of the topics of this chapter is role and importance of agriculture. So as we all know, agriculture plays a very important role in Indian economy. We know that we can't survive without agriculture because one, it is providing livelihood for us. Two, basically it is providing food for us. So this plays a very important role. So when we look into the different aspects and how exactly it is contributing to the different sectors, we will have a fair display of the prominence that agriculture has in Indian economy. So to begin with, we know that 60% of our population are basically working on agriculture, or that is the main livelihood. So we can't survive without agriculture. So therefore this basically is contributing for the prosperity of agriculture. Though when we look into the terms of contribution to GDP or per capita income, the share is quite less, maybe somewhere around 20%. We will discuss that in our further slides. But basically this is contributing for the prosperity of our country. But in spite of agriculture taking such a prominent role, we still find that majority of the population in India are basically poor. They live below the poverty line. People still don't have, basic requirements of life like food, shelter, and all that. And the primary sector, as we all know, basically our economy, we are classifying that as three sectors. That is the primary sector, secondary sector, and the tertiary sector. Here, the primary sector involves all those raw materials that are produced in the economy as primary sector. So all the raw materials that are manufactured will be from the agricultural sector, which mainly constitutes the primary sector. So these raw materials or the natural resources that are available will be made use of by the secondary sectors, that is the manufacturing industries. So here what we see is the primary sector of India is a sector which is largely dependent on availability of the natural resources. So these are utilized for the manufacturing of goods and also to execute various processes. So this is how agriculture is playing a very important role. Moving on to the tertiary sector, we all know the service sector. The services sector basically is dependent on the availability of the natural resources to keep the day-to-day operations running. We all know service sector basically is the tertiary sector. So all those things available from your primary and secondary are taken up and made use of in the service sector. It's usually a services industry. Basically, it involves your transportation, your insurance, your health, education sectors. And when we look into what exactly is the total produce of agriculture, or how exactly is agriculture playing a major role, maybe in terms of its contribution to GDP is around 19.9% or roughly around 20% according to our economic survey. But we find that when it comes to the contribution in terms of production of maybe milk or you know spices, coconut, ginger, all this, we are the largest producers. So when you take the world economy, we find that we are not lagging behind. Maybe in terms of contribution to GDP or national income, maybe we are lagging behind. But when it comes to the production aspects, we are actually leading the world economy in terms of milk, cashew nuts, coconut, tea, ginger, turmeric, black pepper. So when we come to wheat, rice and sugar, we are again the second largest producers. So we all know rice, wheat are all the staple foods of India. So here we are the second largest producer of rice, wheat and sugar in the world. So when it comes to tobacco, we are the third largest producer. So production wise, we are not lagging behind. We have ample production happening in India. So let's look into the importance of agriculture. So here we see that when we look into the statistics, the share of agriculture to the national income, when we come to the statistics part of it, we know that agriculture plays a very important role. Since majority of the people are working on it, let's see how exactly it is contributing to the national income and also to the GDP. So, for agriculture to improve so much, we all know right from independence, a lot of planning has taken place. You know, many of the 5-year plans basically was concentrated towards agriculture or improvement in agricultural production. We know about Green Revolution. We know many revolutions have happened in India. So the contribution of agriculture to GDP, uh, maybe when we just try to take different years and try to compare, in 1950-51 we see that it was around 55.4%. So you get a clear picture here as to the prominence that agriculture had in India, because in 50-51 our contribution, entire contribution to GDP was coming from agriculture. So when we try to shift these into different years and try to see the change, in 2007-8, we see it was around 18.5%. So there is a lot of slowdown, or the entire process of agricultural dependency or contribution to GDP has reduced tremendously. In 2020-21, again we find it to have increased a little bit to 19.9%, maybe rounding it off to 20%. So we find that long ago it was 55%, but as of now its contribution to GDP is roughly 20%. So when we come to the importance of industrial development, or what exactly or how much is the dependency of industry from agriculture, we find that we all know to make a finished good, you definitely require raw materials, and this raw material is again provided only by the primary sector. So it has to be your agriculture or agro-based industries. So it provides raw materials to various industries and agro-based industries. So whether it is the cotton, jute, textile industries, whether it's our sugar, vanaspati, etc., they're all basically dependent on agriculture. We know that Indian cotton is very famous. We know that many jute industries are making very good business. Again, as I told, sugar, we are one of the second largest producers. So there is a huge demand and market for all these products. So these industries are basically thriving when you get all these raw materials from agriculture. So there are many other industries which are actually dependent on agriculture in a very indirect manner. So we have many small scale industries, cottage industries, handloom, weaving, oil crushing and rice husking, etc. Again, they are all dependent on agriculture for their raw materials. So basically we can say that these industries are basically looking forward to agriculture for various raw materials or for their industries to survive. So moving on to the third concept, we come to know that there is an important contribution to employment. We all know how important and essential it is to get employment, because when we look into the contribution of any individual in terms of per capita income or towards the economy, we know that employment plays a very, very important role. And all of us, try to look forward to some kind of employment for our livelihood. So how exactly are we able to provide employment? Can industries provide employment, or agriculture itself can provide employment, or tertiary sector or the service industries, can they provide employment? And it is necessary for the government also to plan where exactly we can put in these workers who are ready to work. So the only thing that people knew when we got independence, or maybe even before independence, only thing people knew to do was basically look forward to agriculture as a occupation. So slowly we find there is a gradual shift and a change happening here due to lack of industrialization. Though you have industries, but the industrialization as such was not very familiar and a developed concept in India. So due to lack of industrialization and no proper significant development in terms of service sector, everybody started looking forward to the agriculture as a main source of employment. So when there is unemployment from your secondary and tertiary sector, people basically are looking forward to for agriculture as one sector for livelihood or maybe for employment purpose. And when it comes to agriculture, we know that it is the largest employment providing sector in the economy. So we know that about 52% of the employment is or basically coming from agriculture. So the entire workforce, when we see, is mainly coming from agriculture. So agriculture is still dominating the economy to provide employment to our population. So how much ever we try to say that the contribution to GDP is less, in terms of per capita income it's less, we know that to sustain or to provide livelihood, it is agriculture which is still providing employment to our people. So when it comes to the production of goods, and are we using these goods to export, or is it only just self-sufficient for us to, sustain our lives? We all know before during Indus Valley civilization, before the colonial period, India was very self-sufficient. We were comfortable with whatever we had. All villages were basically self-sufficient, and they didn't have to go out for importing or trying to look forward to foods, because there was never a shortage. But now when we look into this aspect after colonial period, we came to know there was a slight slump. There was less production in terms of agriculture. Sometimes we also saw there was a shortage of food grains, so we had to import or get it in terms of aid. But now we can proudly say that India is also one of the top exporters. Though India was quite famous for spices and other items for a long time, we are still again, one of the important trade partners with many countries, because our products are in huge demand. So when we look into India's foreign trade, basically our agricultural sectors in huge demand. Tea, sugar, oil seeds, tobacco, spices, etc. constitute the main items of exports of India. When we come to the value of agricultural exports, we again find that it was around 10.3% in the year 2006-7, which has drastically increased to 2021. It's about 23.24 percentage now. So, when we move on to the next concept, that is the food supply, agriculture is the only major source of food supply, as it is providing regular supply of food to huge size of population of a country. We all know that China, India have a humongous population to feed. So to provide food for such a huge population is quite a burden on the economy. But still we are able to provide food to this huge size of population of our country. And it's been estimated that about 60% of our household consumption is met by agricultural products. So we may come to the concluding part of this video, wherein we see that since time immemorial, or from our 70 years of independence, we have seen that the economy is undergoing a lot of changes. There's a gradual structural change. So we know how we are moved from depending from primary sector, moving to secondary sector, and later on the tertiary sector taking over. A lot of changes happening. So through the pace of structural transformation, we find that some kind of reforms have also helped to bringing changes. So this, though the pace is very less, we find that there is a pre-reform period wherein slow changes happening, and now we come to this stage wherein we see there is new economic policy bringing rapid reforms in late 90s. A lot of changes happening in Indian economy. So in short, we would say agriculture occupies the central place in Indian economy. We know we can't even think of an economy without agriculture. So it's the pivotal for Indian economy. And when it comes to performance, again, the base of growth in the economy as a whole is something which we look forward to. It is on a positive note, especially in times when other industries are dipping. We find the agriculture on a positive note. And it should, however, be noted that Indian agriculture is still in the state of backwardness. So the per capita productivity in agriculture is less when we compare that in terms of industry. But we would say there is a lot of importance given to agriculture in Indian economy, because it's providing us with food, it's providing us with employment, it is a main source of livelihood, it's contributing to our trade, our exports, contributing to our GDP as well. So there are a lot of positive things happening with agriculture. So the role and importance of agriculture is very, very important in Indian economy. So we can't think of our economy without agriculture. So we would summarize that in this video, we discussed about the role of agriculture and the importance of agriculture. So we now know what exactly was the role of agriculture in Indian economy and also its importance. Thank you.